Hello, and welcome to today's family program. I'm Dr. Kitcher, and it's always a joy for us to be together. I want to welcome especially those who are here for the first time and tell you that this program is built one on the other. So I always encourage people to go back and watch the previous programs. If you have missed any of them, it will be great for you to watch the whole series. And we have started talking about very important things for this year, and we want to be strategic, we want to be deliberate, and we want to do things on purpose. So it is very important that we plan strategically. So following through on our strategic, planning for our lives and looking at this year in perspective is very, very important that we apply wisdom. You remember last week I was saying that don't use time to make money, but use money to make time. It is very, very important that we always, follow the rules of, the game, or the rules of life, or the principles of life. For everything that we do, there are set down principles and rules. And I know in the beginning of a year like this, many people have set goals and, dreams, and they want to do this and achieve that. And I'll be in the gym and I want my body back and, that kind of thing. But then way through the year, you don't even get into the third month. Some just forget about what they say. It is because of the lack of a few things. And so today we're going to actually deal with that. It's not a new topic. It's not a strange topic. It is something that we all know, and some of you may even know much more. But I want to bring the main stuff that is required as we, go through the year and continue to plan strategically. And these are like wisdom guides for you in order for you to be able to, have a good life this year. So we are talking about goals, and you have to set goals. And they always say we have to set SMART goals. That is SMART, SMART goals. And for setting SMART goals, as you know, they say the S is for being specific, and then M is for being measurable, A is for being achievable, R is for being realistic, and then T is for time bound. So if we are setting SMART goals, they must be specific, they must be measurable, and they must be achievable, they must be realistic, and they must be time bound. Well, let's get into it. So when we say you need to set SMART goals and to be specific, it is very important for you to know that being specific means you are concrete about what you want and what you are going to do. Because every goal, you need to ask yourself these questions. Will this help me get to the root? Will this help me to arrive at my destination? The goals I am setting, how are they going to change my life in order to accomplish the reason for why I am setting those goals? So for every goal, ask why. The question why is very important. Why? 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 Asking why gives you more, opportunity to delve into the root of what it is that you want to achieve. It is very important. And you must know that everybody wants to achieve his aim. So if you are being specific, for instance, you say, I want to live a healthy life. Therefore, I would eat healthy. What is eating healthy? You're going to cut down on some things that you know are deliberately hurting you and not making you live a healthy life. And you must be specific about it. You also have to know the measure. Why are we saying that the goal must be measurable? Because whatever you don't measure, you may put in too much. Whatever you don't, assess, you will not know how much to give or how less to give. It is very important that whatever we do, we must measure, weigh it against something. If I start going to the gym, where am I going to get the time to go to the gym? Am I going to, sacrifice my nap time? Am I going to be late to work? What is it like? So these are things that you should be very, aware of, and measure the things before you do it. And then set goals that are achievable. Many people get frustrated along the line because they do not set goals that they can achieve. You cannot get up and say, I want to be a medical doctor by next week. There is no way you can start and finish a medical education in 1 week. It's not going to happen. So such a goal is not specific. You cannot, measure it, and it's not achievable. So make sure that the goals you are setting are within reach and they can be fulfilled. It is absolutely important. That is one thing that I want you to understand. Then they must be realistic. Realistic. Many people would tell you, oh, I want to do something great and something big, and it's going to, change my life and make me able to do so many things, and what I could not do before, I could do it. And I tell you what, it will be said about everywhere, and you just wait and see something wonderful is happening. All that I have said, I have never said concrete, nothing. I have never said anything concrete. I'm going to do something good. It's going to be, the talk of the town, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to change my life. What? How? When? Why? So it's very, very important that you communicate realistically and you say things that are achievable. I mean, I can never be the president of, let's say, a country like America, because I'm not an American citizen and I'm not born there. So what would make me become a president unless they change their constitution? So such a dream, I would dream it forever. I would try to achieve it, but it is not achievable. So do not set goals that are not achievable. Many people have said, well, if you can think it, you can have it. If you can dream it, you can, wake up and live it out. And so they don't know that there are certain things you can dream, but it won't happen. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic and let's set goals that we can achieve. Let 2025 be a different year where you will not be, upset because you set a goal you couldn't fulfill, but rather it will be a year in which you would say, I determined, I did it, and I am so glad. It is very, very important. Then we say the last one, R, which is to be time bound. The vision or the goal that you are setting should be time bound. So like I said, you cannot be a doctor in a week. In fact, you cannot even be a doctor in 2 years. It takes 6 years at least to get into that place where you can be a medical doctor. So if that is your dream, then you know that it will happen if you start now in 6 years. Nothing earlier, nothing less. There are some who may be, super smart, but we're talking about normal time of achieving stuff. So it is very, very important. And I want you to also be careful about being in a hurry. When you are setting goals that you are smart about, you should know that it is specific, it is measurable, it is achievable, it is realistic, and it is time bound. These are the things that you should be focusing on. So once you set a time and the time is getting up, you have to, begin to make amends and make sure that you fulfill the task within the time that is allotted for it. Don't do anything with open, check. Well, I'll do it whenever I do it, however I do it. No, things must be done with a specific time. And if it's not happening, there are times we may set it up, but maybe different things may come along the way that will not make you to achieve it. Then you can leave it. So I want you to know we are here to help you, and it's going to be a beautiful month for you. This month, we just want to set you up so that you can really take charge of your 2025. So please join us next week as we move on from here. So in setting goals, set SMART goals. S for being specific. M for being measurable. A for being achievable. R for being realistic. And T for a time-bound goal. Please follow this through and you will never regret setting proper goals for this year. Forget about the negative of the past and set something that you can achieve. This has been today's family program, and I'm Dr. Abed Kitcher. Until we see you again next week, I wish you the very best, and please set specific goals, measurable goals, achievable goals, realistic goals, and time-bound goals. Have a wonderful week. We see you exactly in a week. Bye-bye.